with another one. We're gonna go over what trade I took today. I'm not gonna lie, today was brutal, man. Um, yeah, I should not have traded today. I mean, I knew that I shouldn't have, and I still did. It wasn't the smartest thing. And because I knew that I shouldn't have, and even trade my own concepts or my own strategy, you could call it. I decided to like low key combine a bunch of things to like do inducements and liquidity. Point is, you'll see right now, and this will teach you how to actually not fuck up because today was very unnecessary from my part, and I shouldn't have even lost the 1% that I did. Daily time frame on GU is clearly bullish here. I mean, it's written all over it. Daily broke structure, weekly retrace, breaker block tapped in. Let's keep on going higher. That's what I anticipated for the week, and I knew that. On the 4 hour, same thing, really. Nothing new. We are still bullish, but, big but. I was thinking that I could expect a retrace from the market at New York Open so that we could at least price efficiently so that we could head on higher throughout the week without really big resistance. So with that being said, I looked for a low time frame supply zone and found one within here that had been untapped and looked for a reaction off of it where there was an inducement of opposing liquidity. But the thing is, when you play this stuff, you really have to play it with the higher time frame bias. Without it, you're really dead in the water. You need to understand what direction the market's headed, and I played the opposite, thinking about a reversal. But I would have been better off just thinking about the continuation model, which would have pretty much just looked like a 1 hour bullish, 4 hour bullish, daily bullish, 15-minute was bearish, and that's why I briefly decided to trade this thing in that direction, but I instantly regretted it. But essentially the 15-minute was bullish and then it flipped bearish briefly here, but the 30-minute was still bullish really. It was just a liquidity sweep on the 30-minute when you look at it a little bit higher. And yeah, with that being said, I pretty much saw this happen. I saw this last inducement here with the unmitigated supply / unmitigated order block, right? And then you had inducements here with a SMT right here to pretty much induce even more buyers into the market that were early. And around market open, I was anticipating a flush of one inducing, taking out sellers who were thinking about this flush right here, and then also inducing more buyers here, ultimately going down into here, right? For price to head back on and take liquid and then continue on higher. So that way sellers lost, buyers lost, everyone lost. But the bias that I was playing here was essentially, let's go down to the 1 minute so that you can understand it further. Because I anticipated and now thinking about it, I didn't even follow my rule for this type of stuff. Normally I wait for 2 breaks of structure at least, so before I start playing these hands. But yeah, so I saw this was actually okay, so I'll show you what I saw and then what was supposed to be the case. So this was buy side right here getting taken, and this was an inducement right here, right? So we had a breaks of structure here. We had an inducement move to take people out with even within here, mitigating this low time frame order block for price to head on higher and take out liquidity here. And after that, we went and visited this higher, you could call it mid time frame supply. And I saw this reaction off of it where we pretty much took all of this buy side, sell side, and pretty much all the buyers who were right here got stopped out and new sellers were going to get induced, right? Because early sellers got took out for trying to play this zone. Buyers are getting taken out as we speak. So I guess I should have known that the next people were going to be sellers, but I was anticipating that this was pretty much the main move here when I saw the 15-minute break of structure. At which point, when I saw these reactions here, I decided to enter off of this start of the order block. But the real narrative, on the other hand, was higher time frame has been pricing higher and higher and higher. So we anticipate for it to continue. And any low time frame stuff that screams and noise that's pretty much there should have been seen as inducing people to move in the opposite direction, which in this case was me today. So I should have seen that this was the break of structure, right? we had a break of structure here, break of structure here, break of structure here, right? And then what we had within here was quite simply a buildup, and then we had a trap here. And then what happens here is after that trap takes out pretty much anyone that was trying to sell off of this zone. Pretty much gets taken out right here. So now we have buyers getting enticed into the market. But anyone that has been buying all of these mitigations here has to get stopped out for us to visit this premium buy zone here, which was the order block that caused the initial move higher, meaning this break of structure. So really, if we had to execute in a certain direction and we knew that everything was saying bullish and the 15-minute was the only thing that was screaming bearish, we could have seen what was going on here. This right here was a fake break of structure, and how we should have executed was literally off of this zone. And targeted this high. This should have been the execution today. But mine was, as you can see, this short. But yeah, happens. In other words, just don't trade days like these where I know that we're not just extending and we're just sort of taking liquidity on both sides and just staying within the overall bias, but not making fundamental expansions or like big moves. So yeah, if you did find that educational, make sure to subscribe and wait for the next ones. They'll probably be coming sometime this week because I'll be trading still. And join the Discord because you do get my trades, and even though you do have losers like these, we win more than we lose, and our winners always eat our losers. So yeah, talk soon and subscribe.